Hello, and welcome to the 13th episode of the Real Serious Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Hunter, along with Charles. How are you, Chuck?
Great. I had a great weekend. Did you?
Yeah, I had a really good weekend. Now it's Eclipse Day. So
So
happy
technically, it's
Eclipse Day
still
to all of
weekend
those.
for us.
Yeah, no, it is. And for all of those in the path of totality, like us, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting.
Pull out your glasses. It's gonna be fun. And honestly, the skies look pretty good right now. So
Yeah, if this weather keeps up, we should have a good view for it.
hopefully they stay pretty
Should be
clear.
pretty exciting.
Yeah. Um,
I sure do hope so. I mean, we got a lot to talk about. Actually, so we're recording this Monday morning, which is good because a trailer came out this morning for one of my most anticipated movies of the year. So I'm glad we get to talk about that later. Um, but first and foremost, what have you been watching this week?
dude, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of slacked this week. Um,
Dang.
I was studying for 3 exams. I went home for the weekend. It was kind of a rough week for watching. I only watched two full movies, Miracle and Monkey Man. I watched pretty much all of the Equalizer. I just have to watch like the last 20 minutes because it was still light out and I couldn't really see the
Yep.
screen very well. I watched half of Ghostbusters 2, but then Jenna
Nice.
got bored and didn't want to watch it anymore, which is
I'm
fair.
sorry.
Ghostbusters 2 is not nearly as good as the first one. Um,
It's still pretty awesome.
but yeah, it is still awesome. I agree. Um, and I think I watched one other kind of like half movie. I can't remember. I watched about like a third of Citizen Kane, but I think that might have been 2 weeks ago.
You also watched the movie we're going to review today, Monkey Man.
Yeah, I said Monkey Man.
Oh, sweet. Okay,
I
cool.
said Miracle and Monkey Man were the two full ones I watched.
Hmm.
I also, and honestly, criticism is welcome. Like this is on me. I didn't watch the
Yeah.
new X-Men episode, and I didn't watch the
Oh.
Invincible finale.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
kind of a scummy
This,
move. Kind of a scummy
this
move.
guy is scummy.
I was thinking
Scummy.
about it this weekend. I was like, can I like get away from my family and Jenna and like go watch the X-Men episode or watch an Invincible episode? But then I was like, no, I was kind of like jam packed all weekend. I couldn't really find a time to get away. So
That I'm gonna have to talk about the Invincible finale just a little bit. I won't go into much detail, but I gotta get some stuff out because it's special. It's special.
I bet it is.
Um, all right. Well, for me, I also kind of didn't watch a ton this week. We watched Miracle with Avery last Sunday. I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I've never seen before. Really good. Then I watched two 30 for 30s. So I watched Survive in Advance because NC State was doing well. So I was like, all right, let's watch one that lasted well. And then I watched Elway to Marino, which is about the draft with Elway and Marino in it. Watched Monkey Man. And then IU put on a special early screening of The Fall Guy, where Avery and I went to go see it. So I've seen The Fall Guy, saw it a month early. It is incredible, like so fun.
I
I
wish
got a
I
free
got to see it.
I got a free T-shirt. I got some
What?
other merch. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
Is it
it
a
was pretty
cool
awesome.
T-shirt?
It's a pretty cool T-shirt. I won't lie. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, I saw The Fall Guy. I cannot wait to talk about it in more detail on the pod in a few weeks, but
I think we
it's great.
I think we both gave. Wait, what'd you rate it?
I give it
Four
4.5
stars.
stars.
4.5. Wow. You ever gave it four?
Yeah, which for her
Um.
that's a lot.
Okay. And we both gave Miracle 4.5.
Yes,
And that's I had 4.5 before, so that wasn't a change. Just
gotcha.
God, run
Okay.
through a brick wall with that movie.
No, yeah, 100%. All right, so moving on to news. First piece of news is Joker 2, also known as Joker Folie Deux, and no one's going to call it that. Comes out October 4th, and we got the first poster for it. And this poster kind of sucks.
The one with them like kind of dancing.
Yeah,
You don't like it?
it just doesn't. It looks like a fan-made poster. I
I
don't know. I don't
thought
think
it
it looks
looked
very good.
good. Also on Tap Tap Live, do you know what Tap Tap Live is?
What is Tap Tap Alive?
You don't know what Tap Tap? So you remember HQ, the trivia
Yeah,
game that was really
yeah,
popular? I
yeah.
think it was like early high school. Um, well, they made Tap Tap Live, which is like specific to colleges, like campuses. So like there's an IU one.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, we played Tap Tap Live
Yeah.
the other night. And Jenna kind of won, but one of the things was who's co-starring with Joaquin Phoenix in this movie, and it showed that poster, and boy did it feel good, saying I know that one.
I know
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
Whatever happened to that host guy?
I don't know.
I remember that guy. It's like Scott something.
It,
Oh, well,
are you sure you're not thinking of Red Zone? Scott
no,
Hansen?
that's Scott Hansen. But
Yeah.
also, I think the guy's name was Scott who did HQ.
Maybe if you're just named Scott, you do these talk show
You're like a
things.
host. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like a host guy. Um, but yeah, Joker 2, first trailer will come out the 9th, which as of recording would be tomorrow. So the first trailer comes out tomorrow for Joker 2. We'll talk about it next week on the pod. But I don't know. I don't know. I think this movie has a tough hill to climb to be good.
You think?
I won't lie. Yeah, like you have you have the tough ability to like follow up Joker, which was supposed to be standalone, do what you want to do. And now you're doing a sequel with Lady Gaga, and now it's full of singing, which I think is a hard sell.
I think if
So if
they,
it's done well, it's really impressive.
I think they took the movie and themselves very seriously in the first Joker, like throughout the movie,
Yes,
because it was a very, like, frankly, sad movie. So it was
I agree.
serious, like, inherently. And, like, I feel like if it's music, they're going to have to take themselves not as seriously, you know?
Yeah.
And it might just be kind of a tough transition because we didn't really get a lot of Joker. We got his how he became Joker, but we didn't really get him as Joker, you know? And obviously the Joker
Yeah.
is very is like a jokester, you know, and doesn't take himself seriously. But we haven't seen that yet. So I don't really know how they're going to transition that.
But that's why I'm so weird about it because I feel like once you bring in Harley Quinn and now you have Joker being Joker, where the hell is Batman? Like I just think it's dumb to
It's
have
also a good
like
point.
these. And also, who's is there going to be a villain of this film? Because like in the last movie, the villain was kind of what the stand-up comedian guy who was like basically Jimmy Fallon, who was like Robert De Niro. So is there going to be a villain in this, or is it just going to be like I don't know? We'll see. I think the trailer will tell us a lot tomorrow, if I'm not gonna
I
lie.
agree.
So we'll know tomorrow. All right. Moving on from Joker 2, Tim Robinson, best known for I Think You Should Leave, is getting his own HBO comedy called The Chair Company. It is a after an embarrassing incident at work, a man, Tim Robinson, finds himself investigating a far-reaching conspiracy theory. So I think that this guy's going to get embarrassed at work and blame it on a conspiracy theory, and that conspiracy theory is going to end up becoming true, which sounds very funny. So
Yep.
I'm kind of in on that. I'm in on anything Tim Robinson does. I kind of wish we went to the live show, which I heard was great. Um, but yeah, this looks so funny, and like Adam
Yeah.
McKay is involved.
I I'm not out on Tim Robinson. I don't.
What?
I can't get like he's. It's not my humor. I know Riley's super into it, and I know you and Henry also like it. But if I'm alone watching that show, I will not laugh very much. Like I kind of more laugh at you guys doing the impressions than the actual content that we watch.
Give me that. That looks really
So
good.
I don't know. I'm not like super excited for this. I'll watch it. Like I'd be very down to watch it, but I'm not like anticipating it. You know,
Hmm. Okay, hater. It's fine.
you literally just
Whatever.
hated on the Joker.
I was indifferent on the Joker.
You did not hate. You
Um,
said I kind of hate
no,
this.
no,
I'm
it's
kind of out on
fine.
this.
It's fine. It's
Those were
whatever.
words you used.
No, no, it's fine. It's fine. Um, let's talk about Minecraft, since clearly we are going to disagree on Tim Robinson. So, first set photos for Minecraft, which releases a year from last Friday, comes out next year. Have you seen these pictures?
Mm-mm. Should I look them
Okay.
up?
Yeah, here I can put it. Can I put it in the chat? Is that a thing I can do? Show chat. Okay. I sent it to you in the chat. These pictures are hilarious. It actually looks like, I don't know, someone like a parent who is rich did like a kids party, and this is like what they made for the kids party. It's so funny. I don't know how this movie is gonna work.
Minecraft set.
I just sent it to you in the chat.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to mess up the
Oh my
recording.
god,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
this guy. But anyway, this film stars what? Jason Momoa, Jack Black. I don't know. Why would you not make this animated? It's so dumb to make this live action.
Oh,
It is
what?
the dumb. Yes, it is so dumb. Creeper. Oh man.
This looks
Going
silly.
back in the. This does look silly.
Whatever.
Like, I don't
This should
get
have
it.
been animated. I agree. It should have been like Super Mario.
Yeah, just make it like Mario. Have them defeat the Ender Dragon. It'd be way better. But I actually though I'm excited to see this. Like when this trailer comes out, it'll be so funny online.
Yes,
Oh man,
I
it's
agree.
gonna be so great. All right, let's talk some Marvel for a few. So first and foremost, Sam Raimi wants to direct an Avengers film. Yes, that's my
What
answer,
else has
sure.
he done for the listeners?
Yeah, for the listeners, what
Yeah.
Sam Raimi's done.
Hmm.
The first three Spider-Man movies, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Mm.
He's also done The Evil Dead. It's his creation. Drag Me to Hell. Very prolific comic book director, Sam Raimi.
I mean, sure. None of those movies are
Sound.
insane. Well, okay,
I'm sorry.
Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is okay, Spider-Man 2 is good. But
Spider-Man 1 and 2 are awesome. And I would argue that Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness is one of the better looking of the last like 7 Marvel movies to come out, especially from a directorial
that's a
standpoint.
low bar, my friend.
I don't know, dude. I think that movie looks great.
Okay. All right, sure. Let's let it rip, Sam Raimi.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, who wouldn't want to direct an Avengers movie? I guess.
Yeah.
But the fact Sam Raimi's like pushing for it, count me in. Um, Especially if the rumor is true about like they're doing 2 Avengers films, one with the MCU heroes, one with the multiverse heroes, and then they kind of come together. I feel like Sam Raimi should do the multiverse ones because it's
Mm-hmm.
like the heroes of old with the older director. Um, but yeah, all right. Then my other news, which, listen, I'll be honest, fans, listeners, podheads, this one's for me. The Punisher is back. Frank Castle. Round of applause. Frank Castle has returned to the MCU.
So dumb.
And let's just say it made my day infinitely better because, oh my god, we're back.
So is he gonna join
Like,
like the MCU?
yes. So he's in. There was the said photos. It's my new Twitter banner. It's him and Daredevil together. They're seemingly doing a plot line where like cops are taking over the Punisher logo, and he's like, "That's kind of my thing. Back off." Um, and also they brought back the original Vanessa from the original Daredevil series. So Daredevil Born Again has gone through a lot of development hell, but it seems like finally they figured out that why not just make a season 4 of the show that everyone loved, and it seems like they're doing that. So I'm fully in. Bring back Jessica Jones, bring back Luke Cage. You can leave out Iron Fist, but like this is awesome. Like, oh man, this
Who's back?
rocks.
Who's back?
Me, I'm back. Everything
Hmm.
that I've been saying for years is back.
I haven't
John
seen
Bernthal,
Punisher,
Sunshine
but
King. Have you seen Daredevil?
no. I will watch both those shows before the new seasons come out.
All right, so you have basically a year.
Yeah.
They just wrapped filming. Because yeah, Daredevil Born Again is like 2 seasons or 3 seasons, but the first season is like cut into 2 parts. I don't know, they're doing it kind of weird, but this kind of rocks. Let's go, let's go. This is awesome.
Huge.
I'm so in on this. Um, all right, Charles, are you part of Daddy Gang? Are
Daddy
you
Gang?
are you in Daddy Gang?
Aren't we both in Daddy Gang? Isn't that our house name?
No, I mean, unless we're big fans of Call Her Daddy, then we're not in Daddy Gang.
What is Call Her Daddy?
The podcast. You never heard of this podcast? That was like a big podcast for like a long time. Well, anyway, one of the hosts, Alex Cooper, she has her own nickname that I don't remember, is doing a something called Watch with Alex Cooper, a series of interactive parties during Peacock streaming of the Olympics. So they're using Alex Cooper to make people watch the Olympics this summer. I don't hate this idea.
I hate this idea.
Oh, why do you hate this idea?
This sounds like the Manning cast, but with a nobody who knows nothing about the Olympics.
Yes, but Spin Zone. I think if it gets people who aren't interested in the Olympics to watch the Olympics, it's a positive.
It's
You
a
know what I mean?
positive
Like,
to Peacock, yeah, because they get more
no, but I
viewers.
think it's a positive to the Olympics. Like, you and I are going to watch the Olympics no matter what. But maybe, like, I guess Alex Cooper's demo is probably like younger women. Maybe younger women aren't interested in watching the Olympics. But if Alex Cooper's doing a stream of the Olympics, they'll be like, oh, I'll watch Alex talk about the Olympics, and maybe they'll become fans of the Olympics. Which I think anyone watching the Olympics is a good thing because the Olympics rock.
Okay, that's fair. I won't watch it. Um, I
No,
won't.
it's not
Yeah.
for us, I think.
Okay, then yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
I think I'll probably turn it on once to be like, what's going on? In the same way that I turn on like the Manning cast to see what's going on.
Yeah, the Mancast is interesting
Yeah, because we like football.
because they're brilliant. No, because they're brilliant. Like if you're into football, then okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
If
I
you're
think
into
that it's
football, you just
also
get so much more. They also bring on guests. Like it's interesting. The way they talk about football, the way their minds
I
work
think
about
she's
it.
gonna have guests too.
Yeah, but is she gonna be able to like commentate about Olympic sports? Like, what's she gonna be able to say? Like, oh, that was a cool move, or does she have any
Yeah,
expertise?
but I think that's what everyone does with the Olympics. Like, think of all the Olympic sports that we have no idea how they work. I mean, like, do you really understand like the intricacies of like the luge? Not really.
No, that's also not this summer. I don't think.
No, I know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of Olympic sports. Like, I don't know, breakdancing. Are you gonna be able to tell me how to score breakdancing?
No,
Well, there you go. So
probably
I
won't
mean,
really
like, I
watch
don't.
breakdancing though.
Yeah, but I think that that's what they're trying to do. Like, maybe the lesser known sports, like the sports that are like kind of fun to watch, but no one really knows what's going on. Have her talk about it, and if it gets people to watch, it gets people to watch. So I don't know. I'm not
All
really.
right,
I'm kind of pro. I'm kind of pro this, if I'm being honest.
all right.
I think anything that gets people to watch the Olympics is good. Um. Okay, so people were big mad over the weekend about Fantastic Four. So there's two things. One, people are happy about it. One, people are angry about it. You want me to talk about the angry thing or the happy thing first?
Let's talk about angry.
All right, people
End it
are
on a high note.
angry. All right, people are angry because Marvel just cast Silver Surfer. Um, they've cast Julia Gardner as the Herald of Galactus, and people are big mad because it's a woman who's playing the Herald of Galactus, Silver Surfer. Little do they know
Yeah, isn't that a
that
comic book variant?
Shah LaBeouf is the Silver Surfer in the comics. There's actually two female Silver Surfers in the comics, and it's like, dude,
Who cares?
why are you? Yeah, what?
We're getting a
What? Okay,
Fantastic Four movie. Just be grateful.
yes. Also, where did all these big Silver Surfer fans come from? Like, oh, the sanctity of my character. It's like, dude, where were you? Like, what are you talking about? So, I don't know. And I think that the Silver Surfer is a character who literally is there for Galactus. So, we're getting Galactus, which rocks. I don't know. People are dumb. That's dumb. I think that she's a very good actress, and I'm excited to see the take.
Who
And
is it?
also, Julia Gardner, probably best known for Ozark. Remember Ozark on Netflix? It's a big show for a while.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Um, but the other bit of news is they released a poster for 4/4, so April 4th, and it showed their version of New York City in the background, and it looks like an alternate universe, which means this Fantastic Four team might take place somewhere else in the multiverse. And the leading theory is that by the end of the movie, Galactus wins and eats their Earth, and so then the Fantastic Four have to escape and go to a different reality, which would be ours, and prevent Galactus from doing it again, which would be kind of awesome, I
That's
think.
kind of cool. I like that idea.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then it would be like Reed's obsession to save another Earth. And then also, that might mean we get a different, like, Silver Surfer. And so everyone can calm down. I don't know. People are just annoying.
Get a man
Uh,
Silver Surfer.
yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? I know.
Yeah,
I hate
I don't
the
think it's
the
that deep.
M. It's not that deep. Like it'd be one thing if it was like, instead of Reed Richards, we're having, you know, Rachel Richards.
Rachel
Yeah,
Richards.
yeah. It's like that's one thing. I think
Yeah.
Silver Surfer is fine to make a different adaptation of.
It's also not comic book inaccurate.
Yes, exactly. It's not like they're just making something up. Like this is literally in the comics as well.
I wonder if they decided that long ago and then they held auditions for like women.
Apparently, okay, so yeah, on top of that, apparently they did both because Lakeith Stanfield, who's very famous, put on Twitter or on Instagram like once this cast news came out, like, damn, I thought this was gonna be me, and then he deleted it like like a couple minutes afterwards. So there's two rumors: one that he lost to um, Julia Gardner, or the other one is that he will be the actual main MCU Silver Surfer, and he wasn't supposed to say anything.
Mm.
So there's kind of the two leading theories, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, listen, if you're mad online about this, get over yourself. Touch grass. There's other things to worry about in life. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Um, all right, moving on again. There's gonna be a new Frankenstein movie called The Bride, with Maggie Gyllenhaal, who is the director, and Christian Bale will be the
Hmm.
titular Frankenstein. And we got a first look at him. What do you think about this?
I think it looked good.
I did too, and then I saw all the memes that were like him, and it was Jared Leto's Joker next to it, and I thought that was pretty funny.
I have not seen those memes. But I think Christian
So,
Bale can do no wrong.
have you seen Thor: Love and Thunder?
Do you think that was his fault?
He still can do wrong. Still can do wrong.
No, he did well in that movie. It's just nothing else was good in that movie.
I like this idea though that like it seems like the story is that the Frankenstein gets lonely, and he has to beg a doctor to build him a wife, which is kind of like if I don't know if this can be taken seriously or like kind of like a dark comedy, but I don't like the fact that like all these old um like Universal monsters are being like rethought and for today. Like Invisible Man came out a few years ago. That was awesome. Did you ever see
I
that?
didn't see
No,
it.
you wouldn't. You wouldn't like scary. Dude, you should watch that. That was a great movie.
Okay.
But like it's kind of and they're doing this and then like Wolfman I think comes out later this year or next year. Kind of cool. Now we're just waiting for the Black Lagoon guy to come back, and then we'll have them all. He looks pretty good though, actually.
I agree.
Also, Maggie Gyllenhaal directing. I don't know. Has she directed anything other before?
Could not tell you.
I mean, she's Rachel Dawes in The Dark Knight, so we get a little reunion there. Where's Rachel? Where is she? God, what a dumb voice. The more I think about it, it's such a dumb voice.
No, it wasn't. It was good.
Where's Rachel? Serious. Um, okay, this one I wanted to talk about. This next one for a little while. So Disney just set they had like a investor meeting, whatever. So they set some dates for stuff coming out. I'll save the last one that I want to talk about the most for last. But first and foremost, we have Moana 2 opening up in November, and then the live action Moana comes out July 10th, 2026.
Do you know who the actress is for that?
Apparently, it's the same two who would do the voices in the movie. Apparently, they're coming back for it, which honestly, the best choice.
For live action?
Apparently,
Oh, okay, cool.
which honestly I think is better. Mandalorian and Grogu will show up May 22nd, 2026.
Okay.
And Tron Ares is October 10th, 2025. And then A New Zootopia and Frozen are in the works but haven't got dates yet. My main thought for these ones before I get to the one I really want to talk about is why is Mando and Grogu in May? Why would you not put it in December? Star Wars is Christmas. I just think that's
What?
dumb. All the Star Wars movies have come out since The Force Awakens, Christmas time.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, May 4th is Star Wars Day.
So then make it May 4th. Why make it 3 weeks later?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just think I think this is gonna flop.
I think so
I'm
too.
not gonna lie.
I don't think
Why
anyone's
would you
excited
take
for it.
why would you take the two characters who are designed for Disney Plus and be like, you know what people are gonna do? Pay $12 a ticket to go see them on the big screen. It's like what?
Yeah, we've
I
talked
don't
about
know.
that.
They should call it something else. If they call it The Mandalorian and Grogu, flop. If they call it like I don't know, like Star Wars The Return of Mandalore or like something along those lines,
Star Wars
more exciting.
Mandalore.
Yeah. Like I think that'd be more exciting than The Mandalorian and Grogu. Because the worst part is you're used to seeing them for like 6, 7 hours. Now we're gonna get maybe 2.5 hours, so it's gonna feel like 2.5 episodes of a show.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb. All right. The last one I want to talk about, which is the main one, Toy Story 5, June 19th, 2026. What the hell are we doing?
Let it die. Come up with
Let
something
it
new.
die.
Let it
Let it
die.
die. Please let it die. Or if anything, if you want to make sequels, my God, make Monsters Inc. 2.
They did.
No, that prequel was mid at best.
You are full of shit
That
if you think
prequel
that
was
prequel
mid
stunk.
at best. That is a bottom 6 Pixar. Maybe bottom 4.
No.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong. Let me tell you why. You're wrong. You're dumb.
Monsters University is a great movie.
No.
Yeah.
I would even take Incredibles 3 over this. This cannot be good.
Mm-mm.
How do you have a perfect trilogy and then go, we're gonna make 4? Get lucky and 4 is pretty good. Not great. And then you're like, you know what we should do? We should make 5.
Make another
We
one.
should run it back.
Yeah, it's
I'm
silly.
looking I'm looking at the Pixar movies right now. What I would prefer sequels to instead of this. I'd prefer an Incredibles 2. I'd prefer a
We already
Monsters
have
Inc. 2.
that.
I mean 3, whatever. We're getting Inside Out 2 this summer. I'd even prefer Ratatouille 2.
No,
I don't even I don't
no.
even know why.
Don't
I'm
touch
just so
Ratatouille. That's
anti this.
perfection.
This
That fine.
is
That
dumb.
ending was great. Do not touch it.
Yeah, I guess so. Ah, this sucks. Okay, so like they were Elemental. I didn't know that. Okay, so if I'm looking, okay, so they start out with Toy Story, Wall-E 2, maybe. It's just so dumb. Make something new. So of their last movies, I guess we are complaining about something new when the last. Okay, so of their last movies, one, two, no,
Elemental was
one,
a really
two, three,
cool
four, six.
idea. I just don't think that
So of
they.
their last 6 movies, only one has been a sequel, and it wasn't really a sequel because Lightyear was kind of like different. So they actually have made basically 6 original movies in a row. But now their next two, no, the next two of the next three will be, um, sequels.
Mm-hmm. Bummer.
Where did they go wrong? I liked Brave. Did you like Brave?
I never saw Brave.
What happened? How
I
did you
was never I was
do
never
it?
really dying to see Brave. I don't know why.
Wow, Toy Story 4 made $1 billion. Are you kidding me?
Okay, well maybe that's why they're making a fifth.
Yeah, but didn't Lightyear flops? So, did you see Lightyear?
Yeah, we
We
watched it
watched it together.
upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We watched it together. I thought it was fun.
I thought, yeah, I'd probably give it a 2.5 if we watched it again.
Yeah, it was very like you're like, all right, I watched it. Honestly, couldn't remember a lot of it. Now, if you had to like
I
test
can't
me on it.
remember like any of it.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
We were getting old.
yeah, maybe. In other news, Craig Gillespie might be directing the Supergirl movie. So Craig Gillespie, probably best known for directing I, Tanya and that Cruella movie that came out a little bit
Yeah,
ago.
I tell yeah.
Did you see either of those?
That's what I was gonna say. No, I was about to say,
You,
yeah.
oh, then why don't
You
you,
did.
you why don't you carry on? Here, no, I'll sit back. You
No, no,
carry on.
you already pretty much talked about everything I was gonna talk about.
So what?
So.
So what are your thoughts on it? Yeah, I mean the silence is loud.
I think it's a substantial move, and I think that
Oh,
yeah,
substantial move.
yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
you go. This is like this weekend we were asking my
Yeah,
dad.
no, yeah,
He was like,
no.
"I'm
We're
rooting
fine.
for Purdue all the way." We're like, "Name one player on Purdue," and he's like,
Zach Edey.
he's the
Duh,
tall
duh.
fella.
The tall fella. Um, well, Craig Gillespie might be doing Supergirl. We know Supergirl already, Millie Alcock. Sure, like I think that he honestly, I'm shocked they're not going with a female director on this in the same like way that they had Wonder Woman with Patty Jenkins.
That's exactly what I was
But
gonna
it's
say.
kind of weird
Yeah.
because Craig, yeah, it's because like Gillespie has kind of made his career doing strong female movies. So not a terrible choice. I mean it's not confirmed yet, but not a bad rumor. Next up, Denis Villeneuve. Dune 3 confirmed. We're heading back to Arrakis, baby. We're heading back to the spice fields one
Are you
last time.
surprised? You're acting
No,
surprised. Is this really
I know, but
news?
it's just like it's not news, but like Messiah is so, different.
How
It's
do you
gonna be
know?
I
Have
think
you
they're
read
gonna
it?
um have you heard of Spark Notes, buddy? Hey pal. Hey, let me get real close for you. Have you heard of Spark Notes? Have you heard of YouTube reviews? Do you know what's up with that? People don't read books anymore. People just watch it or listen to it. Yeah. So now that we got the bookworms out of the way, I can continue talking about Dune. Dune 3, Inbound. I think they're going to change a lot about Messiah. I guess you'll find out when you read it. How's that going?
How's my reading going?
Yeah, how's your reading going? Are you
Yeah, it's
four
going
books
well.
away from Messiah?
Um, I'd like to finish Hyperion, so I'm about halfway through Fellowship right now.
Hmm.
And then I'll finish those books. Yeah, I suppose I can read Messiah after, and then I'll finish Hyperion.
Okay. Um, there you go. Well, Dune 3 is confirmed, and then his next movie after that is apparently going to be a movie about what happens when the nuclear bombs drop. Sure, whatever. I mean, I'll see anything he does. Like it's pretty simple, I guess. Um, yeah. Any thoughts on that? I guess Dune 3, Messiah.
I have no thoughts because that's not really new.
No, but the nuke movie sounds pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
The Nuke movie sounds very vague. I'd like to know more about
Yes,
it. I mean,
it's a
I feel like
book.
any
It's based on a book.
I feel like any Nuke movie will could be interesting. So
Here, wait. Let
yeah,
me see if I can find the book it's based on. Um, so it's called Nuclear War: A Scenario by Annie Jacobson. It's a Pulitzer Prize finalist nonfiction book um, about what would happen if there was a nuclear war. Sure. Okay. Whatever.
Cool.
Um, yeah, sure. I'm in. Um, so more news on Star Wars. Star Wars has tapped Bo Williamson to co-write James Mangold's movie. Reminder: James Mangold's Star Wars movie is called Star Wars: Dawn of the Jedi. It's taking place 25,000 years before any story we have seen so far. And I was kind of out on this movie until I realized what this beautiful man, Bo Williamson, has written, and it was Andor, which I love. So basically, the best parts of Andor came from this guy. Not a bad choice to help write your Star Wars movie.
Not bad.
Um, he also helped write House of Cards, the first, and the Ideas of March. So
Sweet.
Star Wars has got to get back on track. We talk about it like all the time, but like
We
it's
talk about Marvel and we
embarrassing.
talk about Star Wars. Both are heading
And DC.
downhill, and I don't in DC. Not as much though because there's not really as much to talk about. I feel like because nothing's come out. It's all just
Yeah.
like there's a lot more speculation. I feel like with DC.
No, yeah.
Um, but like, is it a coincidence that Star Wars and Marvel have both gone downhill and they're both run by Disney?
Yeah, but they've been run by Disney for like a while. Like
Not
Marvel has
Star
run
Wars. Marvel, yes.
Marvel has been run by Disney since Avengers 1. So like and Star Wars also like I thought The Force Awakens was fine. I think the only thing that they went wrong with is they listened to fans. Don't listen to fans. Is my solution there.
Yeah, but then people won't want to see the movies.
Yes, they will. They're still going to go see Star Wars movies. If you listen to fans, you get bad Star Wars movies. In the same way that fans were like about Marvel stuff, they give all the wrong ideas. It's like just do what is best for the story and people will follow.
All right.
I don't know. I think it's a bad idea. Um all right. Last few bits of things. Rumor is we might get a full suit reveal for Superman on the 18th. Sure,
Sweet.
maybe. That'd be awesome. Um, did you see the Garfield
I
popcorn
did.
bucket we're gonna have to get?
I will not get that,
It
probably.
looks so awesome.
It's literally just a round cat.
It's just a
That,
round Garfield head.
yeah. Are you gonna get it, you
So
think?
I don't know. I don't even like Garfield that much, but I'd get it for like the meme.
Yeah,
Oh
that's the thing. I don't
man.
really like Garfield that much. So I really feel,
Yeah, just yawn. Just yawn
I
right
don't
in the
feel the,
mic. Yeah, yawn right in that mic. Unbelievable,
I
this
don't really
guy.
feel the need to get the Garfield. I'm drinking decaf.
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
trying to not drink caffeine. Um, yeah,
Yeah, me too. Sips Diet Coke.
Garfield bucket would be a
Um,
meme. I agree.
so I keep forgetting this movie comes out. It sounds like it's just not real, and then it's gonna show up.
It's gonna stink.
It probably will.
The trailer looks
Um,
so shitty.
it does look so bad. Last little things is Colin Farrell said if Penguin was a movie, it'd be rated R, and even maybe pushing that R rating. Cool. That show comes out later this year. Curb Your Enthusiasm, after 24 years, is now done. Final episode aired last night. I watched it. Are you a Curb guy or a Seinfeld guy? All right, I'm gonna spoil it for you. Spoiler warning on Curb Your Enthusiasm, a comedy show. Seinfeld ends with Seinfeld and the crew in jail. People were pissed about it. Curb ends with, Larry David going to jail. They basically redo the Seinfeld finale as a meta joke on it all until he's sitting in the jail cell, and then Jerry Seinfeld shows up and gets him out, saves the day. I thought that was a very funny way to end Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think it was a great show, had an awesome run. Is going to be one of those shows that's talked about and rewatched for years. I hope lives up to the same way that Seinfeld has lasted through all these years. Just also super impressive for Larry David to just walk away. Like that rocks. I'm not gonna lie. So, Curb was great. Invincible also had its second season finale. You didn't watch it, but I did. So without
No
spoiling it that
spoilers.
much, I think it sets up so much of what is to come in such a awesome way. The wait is going to be a lot less between season 2 and 3, which is great because we waited so long for season 1 and 2. This show is so special in the fact that it can handle as many characters as it does, it can handle the storylines that it does. I mean, it is incredible. I think that I'm going to try to get the compendiums and start to read the comics now for Invincible, just because I cannot wait to get back into that world of
Okay,
Invincible.
bookworm.
Um, yeah, I know. Big reader over here. Who's got 2 thumbs and reads? This guy. Look at that. This guy. Yeah, but no, Invincible is great. We'll talk about it more, I guess, next week when you finally see it. Thanks. Um, but yeah, okay. Last thing of news this week, starting today through the rest of the week, is CinemaCon. CinemaCon is the annual convention celebrating the cinematic experience for those who are hosts, as in those who have cinemas. So if you're a movie theater company, you have different movie theaters, you get invited to CinemaCon. That's where the studios will basically be like, thank you so much for putting on our shows, putting on our movies. Here's a week all about you. So they do like golf outings, they do stuff like that. But now the new thing they do is they basically treat it like a small Comic-Con. So studios will go up, talk about the stuff they're releasing that year, give you some announcements. That's where the Joker trailer is coming out tomorrow. It's going to release at CinemaCon. So give a quick rundown of the schedule. So tonight, April 8th, they have a screening of The Fall Guy. Amateurs, I've already seen it. And then nothing really else today except for like there's a golf outing. Tomorrow, there is a state of the industry thing with a couple people who are in the industry, and then Sony Pictures are hosting that. There will be the Warner Brothers slate, which is from 4 to 6. That is where the Joker trailer will come out. And then the 10th, Angel Studios is having a thing. Lionsgate is having another one. Universal and Focus Features is having one. And then they're doing a screening of Babes. And then the final day, Thursday, April 11th, there will be Paramount giving their slate. Walt Disney Studios will be giving their slate. And a couple other things, doing Coca-Cola kind of thing. The things I would look out for is a first look at Mission Impossible 8, the Joker trailer. I would expect some information about maybe Moana 2 trailer possibility. And we might get a Deadpool trailer, second trailer. That's a possibility. The only other thing that maybe we would also get is if Sony decides to talk about maybe Spider-Man 4, give a date for that. That could be something because they talked about Spider-Man last time. So yeah, this could be pretty great.
Sweet.
Also, I wouldn't be shocked if they released a first look at Superman to the CinemaCon people before they released to us, because they did that a couple times. They did it every once in a while last year. But yeah, it takes place in Vegas. One day I'd like to get invited. It'd be awesome. It'd be so awesome to get invited to this. When I worked for Imagine, all my bosses and stuff, they all went to CinemaCon while I was, like, right before I started work. I was so jealous. They brought back all this merch, and we're talking about all this stuff they got to see. Oh, I want to go. So bad. But yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about trailers. Kuko, Kuko, I don't know how
Cuckoo.
you say it. Hunter
Cuckoo.
Schafer, Dan Stevens. Is it Cuckoo?
Mm. Looks like
I
cuckoo.
don't know.
Cuckoo.
Right? Kaku? A 17-year-old girl is forced to move with her family to a resort where things are not what they seem. This trailer looks awesome.
You know, I'm not a big horror guy, but it did look like a very interesting trailer.
Yeah, like a kind of cool. The one where she's on the bike and that person comes behind her.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little spooky.
Mm-hmm.
That was spooky.
Yeah, it's like a different kind of
Um,
horror. Like it's not just strictly about like a terrifying subject.
yeah, and also like Dan Stevens, our king is everywhere. We
Um,
just got him. Looks fun in this trailer.
is he like
He
the
looks like
resort owner?
yeah, he looks like he's having a good time.
Yeah.
And then he was also just in what Kong and Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
So 2024, the year of Dan
Dan
Stevens.
Stevens.
Also, I think I like Hunter Schafer, so this will be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, fingers
Agreed.
crossed.
I probably won't
But
see it.
yeah,
Just like I'm just gonna
well,
be honest, I probably won't see it.
we should see it for the pod,
I don't do horror.
dude. We gotta pick at least one a year of horror that you gotta see.
We'll see.
You're a grown man. You can see a scary
I'm a
movie.
grown ass man, and I can decide not to watch a horror movie because they're scary.
Oh my god, you're the worst. Whatever. Okay. Um, surprise drop for Tales of the Empire, which releases May the 4th.
Oh yeah.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
like all these like animated features.
yeah, I'm skeptical of whether I'll watch it or not, just because like Bad Batch, I intended to watch it and I didn't, and there have been other Star Wars shows that I've wanted to watch and I haven't. Um, but it did look interesting, kind of like how like what's her name? The young Padawan. I can't remember,
But
but
hang on,
like
this is exactly what you asked for last week.
yeah,
So then why wouldn't you watch this?
because I've told myself like I'm gonna watch a lot of things. I like Bad Batch too. I think that's a really interesting concept, and I really liked the first season, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it. So like
Interesting.
I did think it was a really cool concept, and I would be interested in watching it. I just don't know if
Bro has got General Grievous back, and he's like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it.
yeah. No, but I
Your
did think it
whole
was
thing is you want more stories of the people that you like, and they give it to you, and you're like,
yeah.
I'm okay.
That's not what I'm saying.
Kind of feels like what you're
That's
saying.
not what I'm saying. I just don't know. I mean, I'll
I
try
think
to
this is gonna be
watch
like,
it, but
I think this is gonna be like 2 hours. I think this is not gonna be very long.
okay.
Whoa.
But I did think it looked good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Cool.
It's so funny. You like literally asked for exactly this like
I'm
last week, and then
not
they released the
complaining
trailer
about it.
for it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's funny that like the exact thing you asked for has arrived. It's just funny.
Yeah. Who's back?
Um,
Who's
who's
got two
back?
thumbs and is back?
Yeah, who also
This
has
guy.
two thumbs and is not going to be probably watching this? Same guy. Same guy. Crazy. The last trailer is for Maxine. I love this X trilogy. So it started with X, then Pearl, and now finally Maxine. All with Ty West, all with Mia Goth. This trailer looks awesome.
I haven't seen
This
the other
looks
ones,
so
but it did
good.
look good.
This trailer looks so good. It like is funky, different. I really like it. The cast is incredible on this.
Halsey.
Like Halsey, Elizabeth Debicki, Bobby Cannavale. Yeah, let's go. Kevin Bacon. I don't know.
It was a
There's
good
like
cast.
this. If they pull this off, and this movie's great, the X trilogy is up there with some of the better trilogies of all time. I would
Okay.
argue
All right.
because there's been no miss so far, and if they don't miss here, that'd be awesome.
All right.
Like I don't know. I think that like Ty West. I mean, Ty West is basically known for kind of this. and like this is like his big thing. Oh man,
I wish I had more
dude,
input, but I haven't seen the other two movies.
you should watch him. I have him on Blu-ray, so you can watch whenever you want.
All right.
Also, I just like Mia Goth. Like I think like Mia Goth should be in like everything.
Is she the main character?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, that's right. She will be in Blade. I forgot she's gonna be in the Blade movie. That movie is just struggling to get pushed forward. I don't know what's going on.
What's going on?
What is even happening over there? Like, how do you not be like, Blade, please happen?
Yeah.
Like, Blade was supposed to come out last November, and they haven't even started filming yet.
Marvel's in the dumps.
This is just, it's embarrassing, is what it is. Okay, here we go, Monkey Man. Let's Monkey Man it up. Here, I'll read the synopsis. An anonymous young man unleashes a campaign of vengeance against the corrupt leaders who murdered his mother and continue to systematically victimize the poor and powerless. This is the directorial debut of Dev Patel, who also stars as the titular anonymous young man. All set in India, very heavy with the political kind of culture of India. A quick recap of this movie: it was supposed to be on Netflix. Netflix kind of got cold feet, worrying about all the political backlash from it. So, um, what's his name stepped in? What was the guy's
Jordan
name?
Peele.
Thank you. Jordan Peele stepped in. Monkey Paw Productions bought it, and now it's in theaters. And what do we think?
I loved it. I absolutely loved this movie. Um, I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought the fighting was like insane,
Yeah,
absolutely insane. I think the acting was great. I think the story was really cool. Um, yeah, my new favorite movie of the
yeah,
year.
no, I. That's crazy.
It's
Um,
really not that crazy.
no, it's just. I mean, like, it's crazy that like this worked as well as it did.
Yeah, how'd it
Like,
do?
it's not doing great at the box office. I think because it's very specific, and like also people are like, oh, I can see a 2.5 hour movie or a 2 hour movie about like I don't know this guy I don't really know, or like they go see Kong Godzilla. So fortunately, it's kind of getting eaten up by that. But I agree. I gave this 4 stars. I think this is really really well made. I think this is a great movie. There's some issues. You could tell he's a first time director at points, but I think that does everything it went out to accomplish. Dev Patel clearly knows how to direct kinetic action. I think only every once in a while it would kind of get lost and you'd lose like visual points in the scene to like tell where you were. But besides that, I think it worked really well. I really kind of want to know more now about like Indian kind of culture and why like this was so political because
Hmm.
I watching it I could feel it was political, but I didn't think it was like whoa, you know? Like I didn't feel like blown away by like the politics of it. So I definitely want to learn a little more about it. Also, some great facial hair in this movie.
Yeah,
The police commissioner and that mustache. Oh my
Deb Patel's
god.
beard
Yeah.
was awesome.
Didn't the oh man, that rocked. But I don't know, like the things also I think about this movie is like and we'll stay out of spoilers for a few minutes, but like I really did like how he felt like a regular guy too. Like I think a big issue of mine sometimes when it comes to action movies is that the people who fight just keep getting up, keep getting up, keep getting up. And it's like, yeah, okay, like a regular person couldn't do that. He felt pretty like a regular guy who could like
Hmm.
keep pushing himself to get back up, which I did appreciate. Um,
I agree.
I yeah. Do you want to get into spoilers for a few?
Sure.
Okay. My one of my spoilers is my one thing that I didn't like is I didn't love the training montage.
Really?
Yeah, like I
Why?
thought they could do. I thought more was gonna happen. He just kind of punched that punching bag while the guy hit the drum for like 3 minutes, and then he's like, I'm back. I kind of wish he like did more,
Well,
especially because apparently that clan now is like good fighters. Why were they not like fighting with him to practice?
well, he did do more.
I don't
Like he was weightlifting and stuff. But I think it's cool
I don't
because
know.
at the beginning the drummer's just like keeping up with him, and Dev Patel can't is like exhausted, and then by the end, the drummer is tired, and Dev
Yeah,
Patel's like, "I'm back."
raring to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
So
did
I
like
think that
that.
was
I don't know.
cool. Yeah.
I just kind of wish it was like more. Um, I also really liked the colors in this movie. Like at points, it was very nice lighting that he chose to do at points, especially with like the blues and the reds and
When
the
he came out of the
yellows.
elevator.
Yeah, with the red behind him, that was
Hmm.
really great. I think another issue I had that I really wish they did more is like is when he was boxing underneath. I don't know. It just
Wait,
every time
when?
we were there, yeah, like every time we were there, it felt very short, and like I don't know. I just wish it was kind of more on that. But overall, I mean, this was a very well made movie that I'm glad got saved by Jordan Peele.
I was impressed. If this is Dev Patel's first time directing,
Yeah, it is. This is like what his this is like baby that he was wanting to do.
it's kind of impressive.
Yeah, and up to that point, he'd only done shorts.
Yeah, I think that's really impressive.
I mean, I really like Dev Patel. I think he's had a very interesting career up to this point because I feel like everything that he does is very calculated after he was in um so he did Slumdog Millionaire was like his big moment. That was like his coming to Hollywood moment. And then after that, he was Prince Zuko in The Last Airbender,
I
which was
remember that. I do remember
awful.
that. Yeah.
Yes, and then he kind of got stuck in like playing only Indian roles. Like, oh, I'm playing only like an Indian guy who works like a hotel, or like I'm doing this like blah blah. Until finally, he kind of I feel like changed when he was in Lion, which is 2016. I think that's when he kind of came back up to like the I'm a very prestigious actor, and then since then he's been in like very specific things like The Green Knight, um, and then like The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, and then I don't know. I just think the personal story history of David Copperfield. Like I think he's been very selective about what he does, which works really well.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in a couple things soon. He's gonna be in something called Rabbit Trap, um, which I don't really know what this is about, but okay. And then he's gonna be something called Wicker, which looks it's him and Olivia Colman, so probably great. But I don't know. I was very impressed by this movie, and I really think that the visceral action worked really well. So that was good
Yeah.
for me.
Agreed.
But yeah, I gave this an 80 out of 100. What did you give it out of 100?
I'd probably give it like a 86,
Okay, that's
87 out of
high.
100. Yeah, it
That's
is
really
high.
high.
Yeah, it's highest of the year. It became my number one.
Hell yeah.
It was a pretty
Um,
steep drop
it
off
is
after two.
it is my it is my three of the year, which is a little tease for Free Guy.
Oh, you sneaky little bastard.
Yep. Actually, the Fall Guy. Sorry. So mine go now. Dune, the Fall Guy, Monkey Man, and the Beekeeper, followed by Love Lies Bleeding for my top five.
Mine goes Monkey Man, Dune, Beekeeper, Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Very steep drop off after Dune.
Wow, Roadhouse is my number 10. You and I really differ on Roadhouse.
I mean, I didn't rate it super high. I gave it 3 stars.
I gave it two.
Yeah,
Where do you have Godzilla?
that's my six.
Same. I think Ghostbusters is my seven.
Arthur the King's my seven. Ghostbusters is my eight.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
Argyle. I only have 13 movies listed, but somehow it's 20.
Hmm. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's no. What I mean is it's last, but it's so bad and so far that we've seen some stinkers this year.
Yeah, no, there have been some stinkers.
Argyle, Madam Web, ISS.
You didn't watch it, but I watched Damsel.
I thought you said that was fine.
Yeah, but it like was kind of stinky.
Okay. Couldn't put
Oh,
paint a
last thing I
film.
want to talk about. Um, last night they had the WWE WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
and then they've been teasing The Rock to like come back, and so he did. And then the Undertaker showed up and like chokeslammed The Rock, and that just kind of was awesome. So I don't know if you're a WWE guy, but that was pretty awesome.
I am not.
Oh, also they had the Doctor Who trailer come out for the new season, and that looked really good too. Also, John Cena showed up too.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, oh, last thing we should do. Let's give a prediction for the eclipse. The prediction is, if the world ends, how does it end if the eclipse happens? Well, when the eclipse happens. So then we
Wait,
can listen back on this when the world's over, and we'll be like, oh my god.
wait, what?
People are saying that the world's gonna end because of this eclipse.
Oh,
So we should do a prediction on how we think it would happen if the when the eclipse happens. Because I have a thought on it.
oh, I don't want to get super morbid.
What? Why would it be morbid?
How would the world end?
Well, I'm saying if like people are okay, I'll just tell you some of the ways people are predicting it. Like people are like, oh, it's gonna be like mass earthquakes or something. I don't know. It's all these conspiracy theorists who are like convinced like the world's gonna end.
Oh,
I think it'd be kind of funny if just like all the power went out forever.
like the show Revolution.
Never seen that. Does power go out?
Such a shitty show. It was one of those shows that released every like Monday. For some reason, my sister and I really liked it growing up. Very bad show,
Hey,
but
we all have shows that are not great that we like.
um, I'm gonna guess like nuclear fallout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. All right, cool. So to
Great
recap,
way to
I gave
end.
Monkman.
Great
Yeah,
way
no,
to end.
seriously. Hey, watch the eclipse. It'll be fun. Maybe the world will end. I gave Monkey Man an 80. You gave it 86. Little look ahead for next week. Next week we will have Civil War and
Mm-hmm.
the Greatest Hits. The Greatest Hits will be on Hulu. Civil War is in theaters. Um, and then the following week will be Ministry of Ungodly Warfare.
I'm
So
so
we got
hyped for
those two
that.
back to back. I know that's gonna be. I'm so excited for that one. So yeah, that'll be back to back, and then we'll recap CinemaCon next week. I think that's pretty much it. Anything else?
Nope.
Awesome. All right. Well, in the meantime, if you haven't, watch X-Men '97, like some people. Finish Invincible, and enjoy the eclipse, because it should be pretty cool. Hopefully the world doesn't end, and you'll hear us next week.
True.
So for Charles, I'm Hunter, and have a great week at the movies, and enjoy the incoming apocalypse. Possibly, it's not gonna. The world's fine. We're good. Don't worry about it. Peace. Cool.